get it.
All right.
Here we go. Game number 1. It's game time.
Yep. Fans are pumped, ready to go. Pretty packed audience here, especially for a Tuesday evening, you'd have to say.
That's right. It is a holiday here, and fans are going to come down to watch Overwatch on their days off.
This is true. I never know what the holiday is. What's today's
I don't
holiday?
actually. I think it's Veterans Day, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So, honoring our troops here. And we'll see if this is going to work out. Obviously, Hoon, an amazing Zarya player, so it's no surprise to see him on the Zarya. Although if you've not watched Meta Athena play this season, you might be surprised to see him. This has just been kind of standard business as usual for the team that kind of moves away from the meta, sticking with their namesake there.
It's just going to be the 2-2-2 here from both sides. Sayaplayer and Tyrant both going to be on the soldiers. So we'll see how Tyrant holds up against Sayas. Against his accuracy in particular. At the moment, just going to be wrapping around this. Onto this high ground on the right side. Big dive in comes through from Umtae. It's chunked out quite a bit, has to peel back, but already the pick's starting to come through here for Winx. They finish off ChangSik and Sayaplayer, so good opening for Winx to get themselves onto the point.
Yeah.
US also going to go down right at the end of the fight.
Looks like just good targets, actually good focus fire there from Wings when they did send Umtae in. We're going to see Libero go ahead and reset here. When you have this dive, this is why dive is so strong right now. If you actually call out a target, jump on him. In this case, it was Libero, or sorry, it was the Ana. They focus him down immediately. And that's the win. Now they take this first important point, and they have the ult economy lead.
I see a lot of shifts actually coming through here. Sayaplayer moving off the Soldier 76 now onto the Tracer, trading that one with Libero as he moves over to the Genji. So they're going to try to match this with the dive comp as Nuss goes over onto that Zenyatta rather. So they have those Discord orbs so they can focus down Umtae and Fury. Already some openings coming through here. Hoon on the Diva, able to finish off Mango.
So switching to the dive here. And looks like just even trades here in terms of picks. Sayaplayer going to knock the mech out though. This could be the retake. It is. So, gonna just get the slow reset here onto Fury's Baby Diva.
Yeah, he makes it off the map. Doesn't want to get delayed or anything here. Get that stagger coming through, so manages to jump off the side. Get gathered back up here. 34% accrued for the side of Wings.
I was worried for Meta Athena there for a minute when they couldn't actually defend that first attack, especially with the Zarya on their side to add the bubble, to add the shield, but they seem to have just switched right into a standard dive in, or doing just as well with it, so showing the flexibility in the series already.
Yeah, ChangSik goes in deep here, drops down the bubble, keeping himself safe and topped off for the most part. It's going to be the sound barrier coming down from Kris. And Oxo just firing away, throws out the pulse bomb, looking for a kill. Not able to find one, actually. ChangSik gets Mango on the exit, does get taken down by Amy, snipes him out. The auto attacks there, now the self-destruct thrown down. Triple coming through from the side of that with the help of Hack Visors. They finish off Libero. And Meta Athena, they just get absolutely shattered. Wings will have the retake. 46% accrued. Wings are going to be able to match that very swiftly.
Yeah, very quickly. Not completely all of everything used, but a lot of ults used there. On the side of Meta Athena, they don't have the Dragon Blade, but they will have Transcendence. ChangSik did use the Primal Rage, but it looks like there wasn't anything to pair with it in this fight. They don't have the Ana. They don't have the ability to use that Nano Boost to actually allow the Winston to carry that fight with the ult advantage. So, or the issue here for them, and also that self-destruct was pretty amazing.
Well, that's going to be Transcendences coming down on both sides. Zenyatta's just having a little bit of a dance here as we fight into the corner. Members of Wings going low, and Hoon's going to toss out that self-destruct. Can he find anything? Not this time around, but still the pickoffs are coming through. Both supports on the side of Wings have fallen. Nuss does go down as Umtae answers one, but dangerously low. And it seems like it's just an inevitable retake here for the side of Meta Athena.
Fury being focused down again, so Fury wasn't there to protect against all the damage that was coming out from Sayaplayer. Sayaplayer does eventually die here to Fury at the end, actually, and the baby, it looks like the baby version of Fury at the end, but knocking the Diva out of the fight meant no protection against that Tracer DPS. And as you can see, I mean, no one could really turn and chase that Tracer and lose the fight anyways, and just got too much damage done on the backside. Pretty close first point, though, to be sure, as ChangSik's about to have that Primal Rage. He's going to jump in to secure it.
Yeah, hasn't had the pop at the end of the sound barrier, keeping him alive for an extended period of time. Now going forward with it, just smacking everybody into the corner, just completely locks down Tyrant. Will be able to take him out, and that's going to stop down any push that Wings were looking to have. Umtae, knowing that he was just going to be dead, needs to regroup with his team, jumps off the side of the map, and Meta Athena now taking a lead. But like you said, really close, very back and forth so far in this match. But Meta Athena with the Dragon Blade available could be a big one for them. Straight in the back line, Sayaplayer doesn't quite find the tank, but it locks right in onto Mango as that initial miss comes through. Sound barrier down from Wings, trying to keep themselves alive, but Libero going forward with Dragon Blade comes up with a kill on the Tyrant. They're just going to be locked in towards that spawn. Amy trying to delay as best as possible, but he should get taken down here. Fury, the last-ditch effort as he tries to hold on, gets popped out of the mech, but it looks like this is just going to be meta Athena taking Sanctum.
Yep, that's going to be it. Self-destruct comes in just to secure it, and that will be them taking the first point. Cheers from the crowd here. Now, Tyrant, you know, I don't feel like you can really say one thing great or bad about the guy so far just off of this first point, but it feels like
in the game.
But he didn't play Genji, which, you know, we were wondering which hero was going to play. We're still seeing Oxo on the Tracer, and he's playing Soldier. So in normal situations like this, running this composition, Rhinos Gaming Wings would have had Envy on the Genji, so we'd be matching almost mirror compositions here. But the Soldier play, again, it was forgettable. It wasn't amazing. So this swap for them so far, even though he hasn't been playing specifically poorly, the Soldier over the Genji here has not been a successful swap.
Yeah, really the one thing that we did see was a couple kills picked up with the Tac Visor. I thought there was a triple kill for the self-destruct, but it was actually one of those Tac Visor kills coming through for Tyrant. But outside of that, we didn't see much, but now we're going to have a bit of a mirror, you know, the mirrored comp starting to come through here.
So speaking of which, Tyrant is going to be on that Genji, as you just said, with the mirror comps coming over. Let's see if this is the reason why he was subbed in for this important match.
Oh,
Sayaplayer though. Mango.
Yeah, just going to get jumped onto the backside. The melee hit's not going to connect, and everybody just comes pouring over trying to help out this Zenyatta. He's still going to fall, though, as Hoon picks up the kill. So a bit of a misplay there by Sayaplayer, but he makes up for it by taking down Tyrant. In the meantime, though, Wings trading back pretty evenly, about a 3-for-3 so far, as this point does unlock. And Meta haven't quite been able to get the take in, but Oxo, he goes down. Everybody else getting picked off. You can see Wings are going to have to just go ahead, regroup with each other. And this will just give that initial cap over to Meta.
I think it was an overcommit by the Wings to dive in to try to save Mango. He should have died anyways, and so I guess he was probably yelling in comms, like, save me, I'm actually really low, maybe we can turn this fight, but they overcommitted everybody there, and then Sayaplayer was given so much room to work with, as Fury wasn't able to block those shots. He was already able to find the pick on the Mango in the first place, which shouldn't have happened, but things snowballed from there when Rhinos Gaming Wings kind of donated several members by diving in to try to save him.
Speaking of diving in, that's going to be Hoon pushing forward. All immediately gets taken down. Discord Orb doing wonders on that Diva. And here comes ChangSik just pushing straight up into the face of Mango. Takes him out, now pops that Primal Rage, trying to get a smack off. The map onto Amy, can't quite find it, but he still gets picked off by Libero at the same time. And just with that minor ultimate investment, it's going to be Meta Athena coming up with yet another one fight. So just Primal Rage, all that they need to hold on to the point.
So many ults available, though, for this next push, and this is when Tyrant's going to have to show his very first Apex Dragon Blade, as he does have it available.
It's going to be tough, though, because that Transcendence is available from Nuss, so
they're going to try to have to pop that first, although Sayaplayer once again finds something in the backline, or at least looks for it here. Doesn't actually sneakily sneak in. Now he does.
Dashes forward, yeah, looking for a pulse bomb target. Hasn't quite found anything and is respecting that defense matrix from the Diva. Doesn't want that to get consumed. And they'll just go ahead and just push forward, invest their own Transcendence, and just cut right through Wings.
This is so important. I mean, Wings are on their tournament life here now. They're going to have to make this push work. They're going to have 4 ults to do it. Sayaplayer, if he gets a pick, that might be it.
I mean, now there's going to be the opening there for Tyrant with the Transcendence being down from Nussa. We'll see if they can find anything. Transcendence comes out here from the side of Mango as they just try to push forward, try to get away from the spawn, but Libero, Dragon Blade drawn out, dashing forward.
They can't even really get out of the spawn here, Achilles. I think this might be the beginning of the end for the Wings.
Certainly looking that way, especially with the stagger coming through now as Amy, the only one that gets picked off, but everybody else going to be contained back into the choke points. And Sayaplayer looking for another pulse bomb. Primal Rage does get popped here by Umtae as he leaps in onto the point, keeping it in overtime, but still getting this
Tyrant's
turnover.
Down. No Dragon Blade.
Yeah, it looks so very unlikely. Umtae doing his damnedest, has to leap back out the overtime, starting now to tick down. And Wings can't get into the point, and that's just going to be Nepal very swiftly going over to Meta Athena.
And not only...
I get it.
Wings fans still holding on there.
Yeah, you got to. It's not over till it's over, even though their chances of the tournament are out. There's fight money on the line.
You're not a real fan, you know, if you only stick with them through the highs, you need to be there during the lows as well.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about this. So we'll see if it is the
see,
Reaper Symmetra defense composition.
This is actually the next level strategy. You put all of your turrets by your spawn.
They can't get into your spawn that way.
I mean, you saw Wings getting spawn camped there on Shrine, so it can't happen if you have this setup that Meta Athena's going with. So take notes, solo queue players.
Yeah, this is the way. This is how you keep people from getting into your spawn. Yeah, exactly. You know, it won't necessarily protect the point, but I know you're playing solo queue, so winning isn't always your goal. At least my teammates, definitely it's not. So we'll see these switch into a normal composition here. Sayaplayer actually going to be running the Soldier. We may see him switch to the Widow on attack. It's going to be OXO who serves that role, at least initially here. We'll see how long he sticks with it. No Mercy to pair. Just going to be the Zenyatta Discord snipes we're looking for.
There's a Reinhardt shield for everybody to park behind. So yeah, it seems like OXO's just going to go ahead, swap off this one immediately. And we'll just have that dive coming through from the side of Wings.
So more turtley setup here for Meta with Hoon on the Zarya as usual. Saya already doing a ton of damage. Mango's picked off. It's like Umtae will fall the same fate. Spree actually has fallen first. They actually do get 2 reverse picks here, but they still are not getting them any closer to the point, so it's going to be a reset.
Yeah, the deflect kill comes through, does take down the Ana there, but still, it's going to be Meta Athena able to park themselves very far forward. ChangSik does go low, has to kite back into the archway. Gets himself healed back up before they can move back in to get this contest on the point. First tick comes through for the side of Wings. Tyrant going to go very aggressively, jumps up into the face of Sayaplayer, immediately throws down that bionic field, keeps himself alive and actually takes him down in the meantime. Also dashing around, nearly has the pulse bomb available. Uses all of his dash charge to get himself out to safety. We'll see if he can find a target and open up something here for Wings, but for now Umtae goes down, and that's going to be a nice little stopper on this push.
Dove in to try to kill Sayaplayer there, or at least to disrupt his position. Wasn't able to do anything there, so wasn't protecting his teammates at all during that time, and I think that was where the extra DPS was coming in. Even though Sayaplayer was temporarily tied up, OXO couldn't find anything, no protection from the Diva. So kind of a bit trigger happy in terms of that fight there.
That's going to be the sound barrier coming down. The pulse bomb does find Hoon, but Sayaplayer popping the attack visor finds Umtae. That's going to be the nano boost coming through. The double kill already picked up off the backside of that massive earth shatter from ChangSik. This means that Wings gets swept under the rug immediately there by Meta Athena.
I mean, the pulse bomb onto the Diva to seal the deal, not even necessary. And now this is the scariest part of dealing with Meta Athena's defense on this map on Dorado is, of course, dealing with Hoon's Graviton Surge. He's going to have it in 10 seconds. Nothing to pair with it, but his placement of his Graviton Surges alone can sometimes do the job, especially because he knows how to manage his energy levels. He usually will place these when near at full energy.
Yeah, I mean, that was a massive commitment as far as the ultimates are concerned. You can see Wings now having plenty of their own. Will be pushing forward. Transcendence thrown down here by Mango, but OXO already falls. Helix Rockets find Amy on the backside of the fight, and Tyrant with the Dragon Blade cuts his way to a double kill so far. Can't really find much else, but that might just be the opening here. Yeah, it's just Libero up to try and delay. He gets hit with that Discord Orb, has to hightail it out of there, tries to keep himself alive. Will do so, but the cap finally comes through for Wings. 4 minutes on the clock.
Yep, did it even though Hoon had the Graviton Surge because, as mentioned, there was nothing to pair, and Fury was constantly positioning himself to make sure the defense matrix would be ready for that. He knows it's available, of course. Just scouting up here a little bit as Hoon's poking. They may try to drop the Graviton Surge in this archway as the payload swings through. That's always a big opportunity.
He's going to be diving straight down off the high ground in onto the payload. Hoon's going low. He's going to get picked off here first and foremost. Libero does find Mango on the backside of the fight. Now that tanky front line going to be crippled a bit. Another Earth Shatter coming through here from ChangSik. Finds multiple members. Pulse Bomb comes out. Only clips Kris, but OXO follows up for the Reinhardt. So still winning out on this exchange overall is Wings. They get a lot of ultimates from the side of Meta Athena. And Hoon, payload has not been moving is the only issue.
The defense here for Meta Athena was all around Hoon's Graviton Surge, so they went in for the dive. He looked for the angle to drop it, but died right as he did. It was eaten by the Diva defense matrix anyways, so it didn't even go off. He was dead. No one could protect Sayaplayer because ChangSik was actually forced to turn his shield around, so that's when OXO came in with the amazing Pulse Bomb, then killed Sayaplayer afterwards. So a very all-in defense attempt, and now we see the switch back into the Diva here for Hoon as he knows that that archway is really the last Alamo in terms of Zarya play for the map.
Yep, self-destruct tossed out here from Fury. Doesn't find anything this time around. No more double kills for him. Bomb does come through. Not really going to pop him out. Takes him dangerously low, but the Transcendence comes down from Mango, helping to keep him alive. Tac visor out from Saya on the backside of the fight, but the defense matrix is there to just chew through the majority of that. Off screen, Umtae does go down right as the sound barrier hits for the side of Wings. So operating with just the one tank, and it's Fury. He's playing very far back away from the payload, but they're still just picking up kills. Both supports on the side of Meta Athena out of position, get taken down.
I feel like Fury is carrying this team so hard right now. It was Focus
dear.
Fury was what Meta Athena was saying in the interview, but Fury's positioning in terms of protection and defensive placement instead of being aggressive. We saw him over-aggressive early on the first attack, but now that he's kind of stepped back and he's taking this more defensive positioning, feels like Meta Athena is having some struggles to harass. Which is giving, of course, Oxo more opportunities himself to be doing just that.
Yes.
ChangSik's gonna look for the Earth Shatter.
Yeah, finds another one here, does knock down Fury, tries to pop him out of the back, will get him in the end. It's gonna be a nice little stop here for the side of Meta Athena, right in front of this point B. So Stitch contest there, does pay off for them. RunAway coming through for Amy. Gets taken down by Sayaplayer, actually.
Kill
Wasn't even
steal.
Libero.
Kill stolen. So I was like, you can't handle it? I got him.
Sayaplayer is always there to pick up the pieces. So the rollback now starting to come through onto the payload. If Meta Athena can hold here, they have a couple ultimates available.
Yeah,
Nothing as far as zone control. So no more Earth Shatter, no self-destruct for a while.
they're going to have a lot of tools very soon. They're going to have one big 6 ultimate push, or they're going to stagger the ults to, have the Sound Barrier, Dragon Blade, then the Transcendence come up, the Primal Rage. These things are almost ready for Rhinos Gaming, but they need to make sure that they count to get that checkpoint. Libero already harassing here in the back line, trying to knock this Winston out. Umtae actually very low, doesn't have his Primal Rage yet, so a good target here for Libero.
Oh, he makes it out with just a sliver of HP. Will get popped back up, and that's going to give Mango the Transcendence over to the side. Pulse Bomb comes through, not going to find anything here. It's going to be a double sound barrier. Sayaplayer operating up onto this high ground, trying to build up for that attack visor. Gets jumped on by Fury, goes straight into his face, drops down that self-destruct. Earth Shatter out from ChangSik. He's got a couple members, and Hoon finds a kill on the Fury with that self-destruct of his own. Pulse Bomb down by Oxo, gets rid of the Reinhardt, but Sayaplayer now with the attack visor, dangerously low, still comes up with a triple kill. Stops the push, and now it's just 20 seconds left for Wings.
Yeah, just some not very good ult coordination there. They used all of their ults there defensively before they had the Dragon Blade ready. Tyrant didn't have it for so long. I don't know where he was, but he wasn't finding that last 20% he needed for the ult. And that was the beginning of the end. Tyrant pops it at the last second, but dies immediately. The Sayaplayer's attack visor. No one's there to protect. They're going to have one Hail Mary push left in them. See if they can take this, Achilles.
Yeah, just a couple meters to go, but nobody on the payload right now. It's just ticking down. Can they tag it? No, they can't. Umtae way too late on the leap in. Doesn't get the contest. And Meta Athena managed to get that hold right in front of point B.
Feel C9, man. Well, we'll see if...
That was a bad one.
Yeah,
that was actually really
let's see if they can have a miracle defense here, because it feels like Meta Athena is just going to walk away with this second one. A very weak push. Just when you have Transcendence and the Sound Barrier and your Genji's at 88%, if you end up popping your Sound Barrier because they pop the Sound Barrier and your Genji doesn't have it, you shouldn't be doing that. You should wait. Even if you die when they have their Sound Barrier up, you will have one more push where you have the ability to pair those together. Tyrant was the crux of that attack, the crux of that push, just didn't have the Dragon Blade. Both defensive healing ultimates were used. He couldn't use his Dragon Blade until the end, where Fury was already popped out of the mech. They committed all their ults. Just, it was a disaster. It was messy.
I mean, we don't really expect much when it comes down to the ultimate usage from Wings. It has been one of the poorer aspects of their play throughout the duration of, promotion tournament moving into Apex. So it's not that shocking, though unfortunate, I guess we could say. But let's see what they want to operate with. Seems like they're actually not going to be going for anything too crazy. Thought maybe they would opt in for that triple support style to try to go for the full hold on the point A.
That's one of the better ways you can obviously approach a situation like this when you have such a weak push. Looks like they kind of want to mirror what Meta Athena did, minus the Hoon Zarya. They're going to have Fury, of course, on his trademark Diva. So it's just going to be kind of standard 2-2-2 in terms of ranged on King's Row. Libero's going to look for the scout to start things off.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
All right, yeah. He's just going to go ahead and start things off. With the Genji, seems like he has a decent idea of what to expect from the side of Wings as they get ready for this push. Dive in full effect for the side of Meta Athena. Looks Rockets a little bit too early there from Tyrant. Clips the windows before it opens. Side players immediately going into the back line where there's a discorded Amy. Can't quite get on top of him though. Good gatekeeping coming through from Fury.
Sayaplayer just harassing here at the back, trying to force Umtae to turn that barrier around. Actually looking to find perhaps Lucio, who had to step back.
It's taken really low. A couple more shots would find it. They jump forward, and Amy just desperately trying to put himself into the corner. gets taken down. So big opening already for the side of Meta Athena. Hoon does get popped in the mech, but straight into the house. It was pretty much everybody, and Libero is just right-clicking for free, hitting everybody. They pop Fury out of the mech. They will take him down, and that's going to be the cap. Very early, very swift for Meta Athena. They're going to have plenty of time. Just need to make it right in front of B.
Not entirely sure why Amy was at the back there, but perhaps just running away from the damage that was coming out from Libero and company. So when he came to the back, he ended up getting picked off by Sayaplayer, who's already disrupting the Reinhardt line, which further put more pressure on Umtae for them to force him to retreat into that hotel, into that little room there. Umtae got a lot of damage done with his left-click swings, but they were cornered there, and the shield wasn't very effective. So pretty textbook attack on the side of Meta Athena, and the Wings just couldn't deal with Sayaplayer's pressure.
A couple of exchanges coming through here for Wings, though, on the defense. So nice little pickups. Tyrant very far forward on this high ground. Actually, does help take down ChangSik in the end. Maybe he was going to be in a bit of a danger, but come up with the kill.
Yep, going to be the hold for now, very firmly, but a lot of tools coming up here again for Meta Athena. The Dragon Blade is going to be the big one. Transcendence is going to be up in just a moment. We'll see if they pair it together, or if we're just going to see Libero go in. They retake this position. Rhinos Gaming Wings looking to set up, just allowing them to shove through this streets phase. As Sayaplayer's like, where are they?
Well, they're playing really far back, is where they are, and if Sayaplayer can find himself with a nice little flank. As I say that, though, he goes dangerously low. Helix Rockets do clip him. Meanwhile, Libero drawing out the Dragon Blade, gets taken out. Umtae finds him, and Libero doesn't pick up a single kill, but very far forward now is Meta Athena as they just try to sweep right through Wings. Tyrant goes down, self-destruct tossed out, does find the Winston. So a bit of a pickup here for the side of Rhinos, but still dangerously close is this payload. Meta Athena keeping it rolling.
Oxo just trying to find anything, but he has a pulse bomb, so we'll actually get the pick on the Nuss, which is nice. I was going to say, if he doesn't get anything and gets picked for it, it's completely worthless since he's not even building ultimate charge right now. Already holds the pulse bomb. Well, this push is continuing here, and Meta Athena is going to have, with this large time, so much to work with. Here comes a pulse bomb.
Comes out, yeah, not really going to find the stick, doesn't find the kill. Transcendence comes through, and meanwhile, Ox on the other side throws out a pulse bomb in the zone, takes down Libero. Decent trading coming through for Wings. Hoon gets taken out, the 2-for-1 so far as they keep posturing forward, holding on to this payload. Just a couple more meters to go, and still 3.5 minutes, so very much in the favor of Meta Athena still, but this is the kind of defense that Wings needs to have if they want to keep their hopes alive of just, taking a map, taking this series.
Yeah, bringing this series into just making it a series, right? So, I mean, obviously, with this huge time bank, the weakness of what Rhinos Gaming's Wings did where they played super far back is that it gives them a huge time bank. Meta Athena has a huge time bank to try to get this completion now. Yeah. They didn't get wiped and just lose straight away, but they lost a lot of time, so there's so many more pushes now for Meta to work with.
Yeah, on the sound barrier out here for Wings, they find Nuss right off the bat, but the payload is just getting worked in. That's going to be the self-destruct thrown down from Hoon. Doesn't find anything, but still just a couple more meters left to go to get this completion. Wings have to stay on top of this. You can see Umtae popping that Primal Rage, looking for a target, does take down Libero, and ChangSik will die. But for a second, that almost got back-capped by Hoon.
A very haphazard attack by Meta Athena, but again, they have this large time bank that allows for pushes like this, which allows for techniques like this to be utilized. If Rhinos Gaming Wings messes up again, they C9 one more time, and then that's the cap. So
I mean, at that point, it's no longer a C9 meme, it's a Wings meme.
It's exactly.
Rhinos takes the helm of it.
So, I mean, if that back cap happened, it would have looked smart, but now it just looks like, okay, they burned some of their time. Close call for Rhinos Gaming, though. Nearly actually had the completion. But Hoon is now missing that important self-destruct. Looks like they want to fight with the Dragon Blade, though. Libero already with the pick on the Tyrant on the high ground.
Yeah, he takes him out, and that's going to be Mango going down. Self-destruct from Fury does find Kris, so getting rid of that Lucio going to be pretty crucial, but that's going to be the Dragon Blade out here from Libero. Still, yet again, cannot find a pick. It's taken down by Fury, but Umtae traded off by ChangSik.
No Transcendence heals for that Dragon Blade, so just couldn't be kept alive there.
Fury popped out of the mech. Should be taken down here. They leap back in. It's the last one on the payload. It's going to keep pushing forward, and now the boot back comes through. That should just about be the completion you'd have to expect. Amy getting knocked off, pushes forward right into the dock. It's almost there. 1 meter left to go as they desperately try to stick in here. Umtae immediately getting that Discord Orb, gets taken down, and that's King's Row going over to Meta Athena now at match point.